What's up gamers, Lorcana here from MKAU Gaming, as always bringing you the latest and greatest in gaming news and reviews. And do I have a bit of a treat for you? You may remember a couple of weeks ago, depending on when you're watching this, I actually did a unboxing video for Disney Lorcana Archazia's Island. And specifically, I actually opened up 2 of these. However, we've received a couple of extra boxes. But that's not all. We've also received the Illumineers Trove and a gift box. But that's still not all. We've also received a new playmat, this one featuring a pirate version of Tigger, and some card sleeves featuring Cinderella, as well as a deck case, once again featuring Cinderella. And I've decided I don't really have a need for these at the moment. That's not to say that I'm not going to open some, but I think we're planning on doing something a little bit special with some of these. So you might want to make sure that you're following our socials so you can find out what that might be. Hint, hint, if my ugly mug was on camera, I would be winking. But anyway, we're going to dive right in. So this obviously is a playmat. It's similar to what you see in the background here. Unfortunately, I can't really zoom out all the way. I'm a little bit limited in terms of my setup space. But if I can get the camera to focus, it's 24 inches by 13.5 inches, or for those who aren't stuck in Imperial, 61 centimeters by 34.3 centimeters. So it's quite big. It's a nice neoprene sort of, I guess, almost like a mouse pad sort of thing. Really, really good for your cards. Now, secondly, we've got our deck sleeves. Now, I've shown these off in a previous video. These are basically protectors for the cards that you actually play with. Obviously these ones feature Cinderella, and you get 65 of them so that you can cover your complete deck as well as a couple extras. And then to keep your cards safe from bending, we've got this 80 card deck case. So this will hold up to 80 cards, obviously, hence 80 cards, but it is made out of a fairly sturdy plastic, so it's going to help prevent your cards from getting bent or anything like that. Probably still wouldn't recommend putting this in your pocket, but good to have. I used to have a lot of these when I was playing other trading card games in high school, very long time ago. But otherwise, we're going to move on to a couple of the other things, and I'll show you what we've got there. Okay, so these are our Disney Lorcana Archazia's Island pre-built single player decks. I have done a video on these previously, so feel free to go back and have a watch of that one. But as a quick refresher, these will normally include a bonus booster pack. The ones that we received and the ones that I did an unboxing for, there was a sticker across here that said not for resale media use or something along those lines. This one doesn't say that. The boxes that I opened did not include the bonus booster pack. I don't know about these ones. I'm not going to open them because these are something that I think we're going to do something special with. But as a bit of a refresher, if we have a look on the back here, you will get foil versions of Iago and Jafar. You will get, and they are part of the single player deck, which is 60 cards. These are the 2 foils that it mentions here. You'll get some damage counters, which are little little sort of pop out card counters, a paper playmat, a paper tracker token, the game rules, and in theory, a 12 randomized card booster pack in each of these. So This is the same deal, it's just a different deck. This one features Belle and the Beast, but otherwise, as you can see here, everything that is in there is identical to this one. If I can stop moving things so the camera can maintain a focus. So these are here, nice little quick rundown of what you get inside these and what you might be able to look forward to, hint hint. And then we have the Illumineer's Trove, which I have opened one of these before, but I don't think it was Archazia's Island. And I don't think I've seen one of these gift boxes. So we'll have a look at the gift box first, but as we can see straight off the bat, it contains one Glimmer Foil promo card. And sort of based off the artwork, I don't know if you can quite see that, but it almost looks like it's got a glittery finish almost. But we get 5 booster packs, including, or not including, sorry, and the Glimmer Foil promo card. And if we flip it over, we can have a look and see what's actually inside there. So, hopefully you'll be able to read this. I can't quite see it properly on the back of the camera. But, one Glimmer Foil Lilo, Escape Artist promo card. We then receive 5 assorted booster packs selected randomly from Rise of the Floodborn, Into the Inklands, Ursula's Revenge, Shimmering Skies, or Azurite Sea. We get a storage box that will hold up to 250 sleeved cards. And we get 3 punch-out card dividers. So I'll show you on this because you get a bit of a better idea, but that would be those 3 there. So this is specifically labeled as a gift box. I remember when I did an unboxing for one of these, I said this was a great gift idea for somebody. It still is, by all means, but this has a shiny, a very shiny, and I want to open it, but I'm not going to. Now, as for the Illumineer's Trove, I might stick that under there so it's a little bit higher up and I don't have to zoom in and do some awkward cutting. So, this includes a storage box. This one's a little bit different to what you will receive in that. Mostly because I have no idea what's inside this, and I know that the storage box is about the size of this box. Now, here you can see the card dividers. Basically what they do is they slot in to the box, and each of these corresponds to a color of the cards for all intents and purposes. So we get our storage box, we get our 7 card dividers, we get 8 booster packs. These have 12 randomized cards, and these ones will be specific to Archazia's Island. We then have 6 damage counter dice, so effectively dice. And then we have a lore counter, which is a little bit hard to see, so I'll try and center it, but it's this thing here. Let's see if I can zoom in without knocking everything and making everything awkward. So, whoa, too far. That's about as zoomed in as I can get it without making everything incredibly blurry. But effectively what it is still card, but it's a little hexagon with a side sort of cutout, and it's got a little wheel that you can spin the side, and you'll see a little window that you can see a number, which is basically how you track your lore. So a bit nicer than what you would find with just a paper one, basically. And as much as I want to open this, I'm also not going to. And then finally, if I don't knock them, we have received a somewhat randomized selection of basically 12 card booster packs. I am going to open a couple of these. That way I can officially say it is an unboxing video. So I'm going to open these two. These are going to be put aside and sent back to the boss for him to post something on the socials. And we're going to open these. All right, so I've just zoomed in a little bit because I don't think we've ever actually looked properly at what these say. But as we can see here, these packs contain 12 randomized cards. Each player needs a 60 card deck of Disney Lorcana trading card game cards in order to play. Archazia's island contains over 200 cards. So this particular series alone has over 200 cards in the series. Now, assuming we can read this if I don't put my finger in the way and make it all shadows. Each 12 card booster contains one foil card in any rarity, 2 rares or higher, 3 uncommons, and 6 common cards. So that's what you can sort of expect to get in here. So the foil card might be extremely rare. It might not be, it might just be a common card. But you are guaranteed to get at least 2 rare cards in these packets. So if you are a collector and you're chasing the rare cards, you're guaranteed to get something in these. But anyway, moving on, I'm going to zoom out again and we're going to open these up. So now that we are sufficiently zoomed out, we're going to crack this open. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the cardboard around these. It definitely looks pretty, but I mean this in the nicest way possible. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of resources and materials. Personal opinion. I mean, obviously it's really good for hanging somewhere because, you know, it looks good hanging on a display. But again, personal opinion. So we'll keep opening, at least partially opening, if I can. And we'll dig in, try and dig in. Apparently this one's harder than the other one was. All right, pull this one out. All right. So let's crack on with this one. See what we get inside. Now, I don't remember, do these have a little tab on them? No, they don't have a little rip tab. That would make things too easy for me. So instead, we get to watch me apparently not struggle as much as I thought I would. All right. So, what have we here? Don't know if you can read that, but I'll give you some time to pause the video and potentially try and read it. And then we'll flip it over. And one thing I've noticed previously is that these cards have artwork on the back. And this artwork, I think if you match it up with 6 other cards, I could be wrong, it could be more, but it's kind of like a puzzle. And then if you match it all up, then you get a display like this, just as an example. But otherwise, we have the back of the Lorcana cards, Disney Lorcana, and we have the front. So the first card we pull is Berlioz I can't remember what movie this is from. Pretty sure it's not Lady and the Tramp, but that's not to say that the spaghetti dinner is definitely Lady and the Tramp. We have a Stabbington brother. We have Elsa. Monsieur d'Arc. I probably butchered that name. But as you can see, I'm going through these relatively slowly. So if you want to read the cards, feel free to pause the video and have a read and see what you think. The Troubadour. Double Trouble, the Fairy Godmothers. A Giant Cobra. King Candy. Won't spoil the movie for anyone that hasn't seen it. The Queen of Hearts. And then this next one should be our foil, which it certainly is. Can't really see it too well on camera, but it has got a little bit of a metallic sheen, especially down here where it's gold. So that was our first pack. Let's have a look in our second one. Okay, now it's gonna make it so I clearly don't know what I'm doing. All right, hold this one here again so you can have a little bit of a read. And then, oh, this one hasn't got the artwork on the back. Interesting. Okay. I was expecting some more artwork. However, we start off with Bolt. We then move on, if I can talk, we move on to the Queen of Hearts. We have Bucky. Baymax's charging station. Oop. Drizella. Akela. The Phantom Blot. Kuzco. Mary. Is it the Aristocrats? Aristocats? I can't remember. I don't think I ever watched it. Mushu. I want to say Kida. I don't know. We have a Steel Coil, which this looks like it's our foil card, and sure enough, it's our last card. You can see the shine on this one a little bit more. So that should give you a bit of a rough idea of what you might get in the booster packs. Obviously, there's a lot more that you could potentially get because there's 200 versus 24. But yeah. So as we wrap things up, I would just like to say a huge thank you to the teams responsible for Disney Lorcana for sending us this awesome little care package. Let us know down in the comments below what your favorite series is so far, because obviously there's quite a few series of the Disney Lorcana cards out. And what would you like to see these guys release next. As I've mentioned before, I am a bit of a Star Wars nut. I would love to see some Star Wars stuff, whether it be Clone Wars, the original trilogy. I love Star Wars. So I would love to see some of that. But let us know in the comments below, which series is your favorite? And out of the cards that you have managed to collect, what is your favorite character? Have you got a card that you've just been like, wow, this is awesome. I'm glad I've got this. Let us know. Don't forget to follow our socials so you can see what we're going to do with this and then the other boosters and stuff that I've got back there, because I have enough cards at the moment. And as I said, I'm going to give some of these back to the boss, and I think we're going to do something special. So don't forget, like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, so you can find out exactly what's going to happen with these. Cheers, guys.